Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh. It's already Tuesday. It's already the fourth week of my sophomore year in college. This is so weird. So weird. But I just want to give you guys an update about how my organization, the Black Girls Rock organization, is doing. And we're doing well. This week, this Thursday, we are having our first event called Girlfriends. Let's talk about it. The topics will be love, sex, and dating. And it's not just going to be African American women there. It's going to be white people. It's going to be people from Europe and people from, different cultures and different backgrounds. And I'm so pleased and I'm so happy and so excited to talk to them and meet them. And, we can all connect on the same level. The process of organizing these different events with this organization is very difficult. I'm not going to say it's difficult. I take that back. It's challenging. And, as I read the book and, figure out different ways to tweak it and how I can implement what I read to the organization, it takes a lot, especially because I'm not the leader of the organization. I am the secretary. So my what I say and what I do count, but it's not the final result of what I say. So one of the things that the prompts are ethical organizing. And it says to be absolutely certain people know the risk that they're taking. And that pokes out to me because we are literally still to this day getting phone calls and, tweets and messages on Instagram and stuff like that saying how there's a positive to this organization, but then there's a negative. And the risk of being in this organization is that you are going to be asked the same question all the time. And that is, why do Black Girls Rock? And like I said before, I have to tell the freshmen that you have to explain to them why you rock and why I rock as an individual. And it's amazing the risk that we're taking this year. We are not just focusing on African American women. We are wanting to educate people on campus, and I feel like that is literally a risk that I am starting to now feel comfortable telling them why we do this and why it's important to us. And we want to uplift and empower our women, Black women on campus. And we want other people to see that that's what we're doing. And that's not what the stereotypes of African American, that's not what they see. So we're trying to shift away from that negativity to a positive way of African American women, because we are still seen as angry Black women. And there's two things. If I have to get the job done, and if you're calling me an angry Black woman, then that's what I'm going to have to be to get the job done. Do you know what I'm saying? And another thing is, I'm not an angry person. And there are so many African American women, so many beautiful Black women here on campus that are not angry. They are happy and bubbly and giggly and always smiling. But it's up to you, the audience, the person on the other side, the person that's not living this life of being a Black person, the opposite side of not being a woman, to see and to understand where we're coming from. And I understand, and everybody understands, that there's different things and stuff happens, but the risk this year is to educate a lot of people on campus and to prove to them that this is not just going to be an organization for like 2 to 3 years. No, this is going to be a lifetime organization that I hope the lower classmen continue to build on, because I see nothing but positivity. I see nothing but greatness with these women here on campus, and even the women that are graduating this year. It's amazing, and they are my role models. Just being their friends and just listening to their stories and stuff like that, because our stories are different, and it's amazing to me. And when we organize things, we talk about stories of how we can change at least someone, some young female's life. And it's exciting. Another thing is, the president of the organization, Amina Vargas, she has organized, and we are helping her organize, to be a peer mentor to younger African Americans that are not in families. They are actually being fostered, and they're in foster care. And it's amazing to me that she thought of something so great, and I'm lost with words. I personally have my own little mentee back at home. I work for the Boys and Girls Club of Youngstown, and the little girl's name is Sienna, and she's 10 years old, and literally I just want to give her in the world. I just want to do so much for her, and to be a part of that back at home and connecting it to Black Girls Rock really shows that I am impacting somebody else's life here, and telling them my story of how I influenced this girl that lives back at home. And so we're organizing that, and it's great. I'm just so thrilled. Another thing that poked my mind is, what are your talents? What skills do you bring to the mix? And what do you need to create change? Or how do we need to create change? And I feel like the Black Girls Rock, we are starting to create that change by educating people here on campus. And I feel like my talents or my skills for the organization is my leadership skills. I am very approachable. I can literally go up to a stranger and start a conversation about something that triggers interest between the both of us. I'm always smiling, as you can see. I am an includer into anything and everything that I do, and I'm taking this leadership class for my minor. And one of my 5 strengths were includer, positivity, communication, a believer, and a relator. And I believe that those 5 have literally shown me in the past week and a half that I am those strengths, and that I work on striving to believe and be positive all the time, because if I can't have negative energy around me, and I'm in organizations here on campus that are uplifting and that are always positive, and we are trying to find the better product of what we want to get out of the program. So, with that said, I'm excited. I will record some of the events that we'll be talking about at the Girlfriend Let's Talk About It this Thursday. So keep in touch and, ask questions.